Hi, and welcome to another episode of Business Spotlight. This is Teresa Strong-Mike of Action Coach Tampa Bay, and I'm here with another wonderful business owner in the area. We have Alexis Quintal with us. Alexis, would you come on just tell us a little bit about your business, how long you've been around, and give us a little intro?
Sure. Hi, good to meet everyone. I'm Alexis Quintal. I own and operate Rosarium PR Marketing Collective. And so we do full service marketing, branding, public relations, personal branding, really just enjoying working with entrepreneurs and really helping them establish themselves and with credibility and authenticity and really just grow their business to the next level. So I've been doing marketing for about 10 years, and I
Mm,
recently kind of stumbled into public relations, and I've been really excited about this idea of combining those two approaches together. So I started my business 3 years ago, and yeah, it's been really great. It's really been fun. We do a lot of the same techniques for our clients that we do for ourselves. So we can kind of show how this works in real life, can show the results as well.
I love that. I love when a company practices what they preach. I love
Yeah,
that. That is awesome. So, what
exactly.
got you into this business? What sparked your interest in doing this?
Gosh, so many things. I mean, I loved my experience in corporate, but I always had this entrepreneurial spirit and wanted to be able to start my own business and kind of create my own legacy. And so that was something that always was in the back of my mind. I just maybe didn't know what I was going to do yet. But then as I got more involved with marketing and public relations and just kind of networking and meeting other entrepreneurs, I realized there's a lot of ways that I could provide them with support, especially where I came from agencies where we worked with major brands and they had millions of dollars to spend on their advertising. And I wanted to
Mhm.
be able to kind of trickle that down to small businesses and allow them to use smaller budgets and still make as much of an impact, if not more, by being a little bit more approachable.
So I know this wasn't a question that I put on your sheet, but I have a question.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit because I know a lot of business owners have made this transition, especially in the recent years. Tell me what the challenge was for you in making that transition from corporate to starting your own business. And did you stay with corporate for a while until your business was up at a certain level, or did you just say, I'm done?
Yeah, well, I think the fact that this happened in the last few years, the pandemic kind of put a little bit, made it a little bit more difficult than I had
Right.
initially had hoped. So at first I did fully quit corporate, said, this is it, I'm gonna go 100% in, and that was February of 2020. So
Hmm.
once COVID happened and everything shut down, I lost most of my clients. They were the
Yeah.
smaller brick and mortar businesses that had to physically closed down. So there was no point in marketing. So
Right.
that was where I went back to corporate for a couple of years and continued my business on the side with those businesses that could afford marketing and still kind of, kept my LLC active, made sure I was still, hustling and growing my business. So that way,
Hmm.
when came the right time, which would be what it was last summer, 2022, was round two, quitting corporate, going all in, and it's been really wonderful. And I'm really glad to have that experience with both the corporate jobs and the entrepreneurial opportunity.
I absolutely love that. I'm glad that question came up because I think some people feel shame when, things don't work out the way they want to for whatever reason, and they have to go back
Mm.
into the workforce. But it doesn't mean that it's over, right? It's just a
No.
pause in what you were doing and and figuring out what does work for you. So it doesn't mean
Yeah.
that you have to give up, because some people will perceive, oh, she just stopped her business, she just gave up. And it's not necessarily that. Sometimes we just need to pause, reassess, and do something just a little different. So thank you for sharing
Right.
that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. So tell me, what keeps you motivated to continue in business every day? Because we know that sometimes it gets hard. That things are, our expectations are not being met, and sometimes we get
Mhm.
difficult clients, right? So what keeps you
Mhm.
going?
I mean, I feel like every day I wake up and I'm really excited about the work that I'm doing and, to the point where it doesn't feel like work. I get to go to my clients'
Mm,
events and capture content of them embracing the moment and then show them, a few days later that we've been able to kind of piece this together into a reel that they can now share on social and, really spread that moment to more than just the event itself. And for me, it's really rewarding to be able to kind of have that level of support and excitement for them, and really just see how much of an impact that can make on their business. So it's just been, what motivates me is just, yeah, seeing the reactions and, the positivity that comes from my relationships with my clients. Even the tough days, I always
Yeah,
know, like, there's going to be ebbs and flows and ups and downs in business. And
absolutely.
by being a business owner myself, I can relate to them in in
Right.
that aspect as well.
Awesome. I love that. So we talked a little bit before we started about what makes you unique and the different take you're having on marketing and branding, and specifically personal branding. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So personal branding has been something that we've really focused in on in our marketing and PR strategy. And that's because people want to connect with other people. We're all kind of craving this human connection, after not having it for a couple of years and
Right, right,
really
right,
having to be separated and do these Zoom calls and everything, which is great. But at the end of the day, you can't go all day long without any human connection. That's the one thing that keeps us all going.
yeah.
And so
Hmm.
there are ways that you can establish your brand around that human connection. And that's really going to begin with you. So as the business owner, entrepreneur, whatever role you are in, you have the opportunity to build out a personal brand where you become an expert and a thought leader in your industry. We even are calling them micro influencers. Like, you're influencing your industry because you're talking about what's going on with AI, what's trending in the world of your industry, and so you can
Right,
really be that thought leader who's kind of setting the trends or informing other people, and use that in all of your content, use that in your public relations. So now you're getting published by really credible sources that are talking about you and your story and your expertise, and see how that can kind of continue to build momentum for your business. At the end of the day, we understand ROI, revenue, that's the goal at the end of the day, but there's a lot of
right.
ways to use your personal brand to drive revenue.
I like that because it opens you up to other streams of income for your business as well.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
two, because because we're here at Action Coach, we talk about building a business that can work without you. So I don't want folks to get confused, because your business still can survive even with your personal branding, right?
Mhm.
So talk a little bit about that, how it's together but it's still separate.
Oh yeah, we see them as two separate things. And so your business, has its own, typically has its own name, its own branding, its own website, its own entity, and we're almost rebuilding that same thing for you. So you can own
Love
your
it.
own website, that's, your name. You can build out your LinkedIn profile, you can post on your
Love, love, love.
Instagram. Yes, these
Yes.
are all totally separate from your business, but ways that you can use that to fuel and grow your business.
Oh, I love that. That is wonderful. Thank you for that extra input. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
So, do you have anything coming up that you want to share with us? Is there anything that's new for your business?
Well, one exciting thing is that we are expanding to the West Coast, and we've
Oh,
had some clients out there. I mean, we can work remote, so we work all
right.
over. But what's been exciting is really kind of almost establishing a second location with teams and really great clients out in California, and that gives us the opportunity to kind of be coast to coast. We can travel, we can
Yes.
still be um, on the ground, going to those events, supporting our clients in both locations. And so that's an exciting thing for us. But of course, Tampa is going to be our home and our headquarters. And so we'll continue to try to, grow and establish ourselves here too.
Wonderful. So, just so that everyone knows how to reach you, just tell them what the website is, where you are, your social media handles, so that they can follow you or reach out to you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we try to keep it easy. Everything is rosarium.work. And so you can find us on Instagram at Rosarium Work, or that's our website on LinkedIn. And then you can connect with me as well. And you can kind of see how I built my personal brand and differentiated it from Rosarium's brand. They're two totally different
Beautiful.
things. So that could be a really good example of how that works.
Beautiful. I love it. So thank you so much for your time, Alexis. I appreciate you and all your knowledge. I love the passion that you show for what you do, that it just radiates through you. So thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right, guys, that's another episode. Please tune in for the next one, and we'll see you then. Bye.